Welcome back. We're going to do maintenance on the big system today. I'm going to take this water down real low. It's a baby discus height. Then I'm going to bring it right back up with treated, heated, rested barrel water. And then I'm going to clean all the filters and the gravel. And then after I do that, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to drain that top one. I'm going to bring it right down. And I'm going to shut it off, and I'm going to tap fill it so it doesn't shut off the flow, drain it down. Tap fill it, treat it with safe, leave it sit for 20 minutes, and then turn it back on and just let the tap water flow right into the system. So I'm going to have barrel water. The tap water's got to pass through 30 gallons of tap water will pass through 65 gallons of system water. Then it's got to go through another 30 gallons of sump before it hits this system again. What that's going to do is my tap water comes out. It's weird because it's high pH, but it's freaking low TDS. So I'm going to drive my TDS down that way. Let it all mix. Throw my pears in. I meant to do that yesterday, but I'm doing this today because I got lazy. And this system will be good for another week, and I'll have a couple breeding pairs going. So that'll be that. That's today's work. So let's get to it. We are getting the siphon underway with the Hygger water change kit. Now I've got this one hooked up. Basically, I gravel vac with this, then I disconnect it. It's got one of these on it, and then I put my pump on and get the rest of the water out when I'm done. And so yeah, I'm going to thoroughly gravel vac everything first, and then while the water's pumping out from this, I'll clean the filters, and then we do the fill. The gravel was actually super clean, so but that's because the babies aren't all that big yet. They don't don't have big poops yet. So, and I stay on top of my cleaning. Even the filters don't look too bad. But they're next. I'm going to start draining here, and actually I already have. And we're going to bring it right down low here. So onto the filters. We're going to clean the filters. We've done the gravel, and I only cleaned the forward glass this time because the rest of it's really not that bad. This tank's been doing really well. And cleaning the filters is super fast. Now we're just going to wait for the water. Just a couple minutes. Really doesn't take me long. I think this is probably going to be about a 35-40 minute deal, including draining that tank and filling it. And that's it. Done for a week. I love it. We are just about there on the drain, so I'm gonna start filling real soon. Okay, so now I'm filling the aquarium. The babies are all hiding. All back in there. Eli's looking after them. He's keeping them safe. He's like, don't worry, little guys, I got this. And of course, the catfish, they like to play where the water comes in. They love this part. They come out, they play in the stream of the fresh water. And that's just what they do. Those are pygmy cuckoo catfish, the pygmy version. I love them. They're great. Hard to find, very expensive, and they live like 10-15 years like the discus do. So a great addition to a discus tank. They need high quality water. It's kind of like the eel needs high quality water too, lives the same kind of lifespan as well. And yeah, so why not? They all get along. And I stopped to cook dinner, so but yeah, this side's all buttoned up. All the lights are starting to dim down for the night. Fishies are getting comfy there. So we're just draining down this one, fill it up, done for the day. And we'll come down, have a little peek at the big boys while we wait. Got a little 30-gallon to drain a little bit. Tank's fine. Got my other, that's the one we already had. And I got this guy in today. That's a legit T-Rex skull. And then that's the Carnosaurus. A relative of the T-Rex, a little different looking, kind of got little horns on it. I put pictures in my post section to show you the differences between them. And then I'm going to get a bigger T-Rex skull, a large one. I'm going to put it in the middle here. Get that out, crocodile skull upstairs, and that'll be it for decorative items. I'll theme some skulls across the tanks, some neat looking skulls. So it'll be a nice big T-Rex in the middle in a couple weeks because it's expensive and it's going to take a while to get here. So I've watched videos where people start up these backpacks, and every time they start them up they have to open up the top. I even did that in the beginning because I was watching other people and dump water in here to get it to start and all that. I'm going to show you how easy they are to actually start up without all that mess when we fill this tank back up. You see a big air pocket in there? I'll show you how to deal with that. So easy. So as promised, unit's plugged back in. I got my tube coming down like this, okay? It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but it's on. Just, Jesus, what am I going to do with this tube? Can't really hold them both. Ah! I don't know. Let's hope this works. Okay, so you just open it up. It's running. You just open it up. Okay. It starts siphoning, right? Close it a little. Open it a little. Close it a little. Should be enough. There you go. Problem solved. It's running. It'll start running perfectly normal in just a sec. So, I made a little mess, but that's okay. But anyway, that's how you do it. You just open the valve a little bit. You don't have to take it apart. It starts right back up. Plug it in, open the valve, do a little drain, get the airlock out, back in business. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.